What's up, guys? Right on Sports News. Today we're going to be talking about my bold predictions for the wild card weekend coming up. We got 2 games on Saturday, we got 3 games on Sunday, and we got a game on Monday. So lots of football coming up, lots of meaningful playoff, let's get it done football coming up. And I can't wait for it. And, well, we're just going to start off, and I'm going to give you my predictions. And there's a couple ones that maybe you guys aren't going to agree with, but you know what? That's the game of football. We don't always agree. And if you don't agree, leave it down in the comments. And I'd love to hear what everybody else thinks about these games. Now, we'll start off with the first game on Saturday. It's going to be the 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks. And I'll be honest with you. I really don't see a way Seattle wins this one. There's not much of a bold prediction here because San Francisco's just a lot better of a team than Seattle. And you know, it's been a great season for Seattle. At the beginning of the year, they were talked about maybe they're the #1 overall pick. Geno Smith has a comeback player of the year season. He's looked fantastic. But I think the storybook story ends here. I think it's over. And I'm gonna go ahead and say Niners 27, Seattle 17. Just the way Brock Purdy's been playing, that defense, the fact that Seattle's offense has never really got going against the Niners this year, and they've only combined for 20 points in 2 games against them. And you know, even Pete Carroll said it. He was like, you know what, we're in a bad situation. We're facing the 49ers. I don't think they're going into this game thinking they can win. Maybe that might make them a little bit more dangerous, but I'm going to stick with reality here and say that San Francisco 49ers will handle the Seattle Seahawks. Now, moving on to the night game, I think this is going to be really interesting. You're going to get the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars, of course, division champs. Chargers, the #1 wild card spot. And this is the tale of 2 quarterbacks, young quarterbacks. Who's going to make that leap first? Neither one of them been to the playoffs. Neither one of them obviously have a playoff win. Who's going to get it done? Is it going to be Trevor Lawrence? Is it going to be Justin Herbert? We've already seen the Jaguars play the Chargers and win 38-10. Granted, the Chargers really got away from what they were doing. They weren't running the ball well. Herbert did not play all that well. And they really didn't have any good wide receivers to throw to at the time. But now it's looking like Mike Williams might not play for the Chargers again this week. And it's thinking, you know what? The way the Jaguars have been playing and the Chargers kind of stifled a little bit against the Denver Broncos, they may have not have been trying full-heartedly because they already locked up their spot. But either way, a game's a game. You got to try every single week. And the Jaguars have been known to not pull their starters, give it 100% every single week. And you know what? My bold prediction is it's going to pay off, and I'm going to take the Jaguars 28, Chargers 24. I think it's going to be a real close game, a barn burner, if you will, dogfight. But give me Trevor Lawrence to take a step over Justin Herbert and maybe silence the crowd a little bit on this Justin Herbert hype that, holy cow, this guy might be the next big thing. Calm the fuck down. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Mahomes. He does put up a lot of stats, but so did Tony Romo, and we all know how that worked out. So moving on to the Saturday games, you start off with the Buffalo Bills versus Miami Dolphins. Again, not going to be a great game. Tua is not going to play. It's looking like Bridgewater is not going to play. So it's going to be down to the rookie Skylar Thompson. And he looked absolutely abysmal last week against, I mean, you could say a tough Jets defense, but the Bills are a ton tougher. So if you can't handle the Jets, you're sure as hell not handling the Bills. That whole team's kind of banged up in Miami. The offensive line shook up. Tyreek Hill and Waddle are dealing with ankle injuries. I'm not thinking this is going to be any bit of a game. I think this might be a statement like the Bills made last year against the Patriots in the wild card round. I'm going to go ahead and say prediction 31-9 Buffalo Bills. I don't think the Dolphins even get a touchdown here. It's yeah, it's going to be a rough one for them. But watch out for the Dolphins next year. I also made a video on that saying how disappointing the season's been because it's been a season of what-ifs, but definitely watch out for them next year. Now, I think the 4 o'clock game on Sunday might be the playoff game of the week. And I'm going to go ahead and say Giants, Vikings, already seen it just a couple weeks ago on Christmas Eve. The Vikings fucking got lucky. I mean, you had the refs on your side. You had Kirk Cousins throwing what should have been 3 interceptions in the game. The refs took one away. We dropped a couple, of course. That's been the New York Giants mantra this year. Let's see how many interceptions we can drop right in our fucking hands. But you know what? That Minnesota defense is fucking awful. Daniel Jones is a dog. He is Danny fucking Dimes. I'm going to go ahead and say the New York Giants pull it off. Just flip the score that happened Christmas Eve. And you know what? You're not going to get no fluke 60-yard field goal, storybook ending, holy shit, the Vikings won a game. No. You're going to get the New York Giants 27, Minnesota Vikings 24. Send Minnesota home. Send Justin Jefferson doing the fucking gritty to his fucking... I don't even know. Send them the fuck home. I do like Justin Jefferson, but god damn it, he can be an arrogant prick sometimes. And, well, I hope the Giants put him in his place, and they should. Moving on. Sunday night game, you got the Bengals versus the Ravens. And, yeah, this is going to be another one. It's not even going to be fucking close because you got Lamar Jackson already out for the game. Tyler Huntley may or may not play, or it might be Anthony Brown. Either way, even if Lamar Jackson was 100%, I'd take Joe Burrow by 50. The Bengals are a juggernaut of a team. They're going to be the AFC representatives in the Super Bowl. I'm going to go ahead and say 34-10 Bengals over the Ravens. Nothing more to see here, folks. Joe Burrow is that guy. He's a fucking animal, and he's going to destroy the Ravens like he always does. Moving on. Last game, Monday night, Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay. And wow, seeing Tom Brady in this situation, being in a losing record this season, 8-9, still making the playoffs, winning that division because god awful. I mean, you look at the quarterbacks in that division. You had Sam Darnold, Andy Dalton, and whatever, Mariota and Desmond Ridder, whoever the fuck they were playing with at the end of the season. Yeah, I mean, obviously Brady was going to win that division. You can't throw those XFL rejects out there and expect Tom Brady not to come away with the division. And a lot of people are saying, well, the Cowboys have never beat Brady in his career. Well, Brady's never looked this terrible and old in his career. The Buccaneers look bad. You still got Mike Evans. You still got Godwin. So, of course, you got weapons there in case Brady ever fucking wakes up from his year-long slumber here. But I'm going to go ahead and say Dallas Cowboys win. Let's say, I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. I'm going to go 24-16. Dallas Cowboys win. Finally beat Tom Brady. Dallas Cowboys finally get a playoff win under their belt. Hopefully it's not a first-round exit for him. And if it does, God fucking help Mike McCarthy if he ever steps foot in Dallas again, because he should not have a job if they lose this one. Anyway, those were my bold predictions. I'm going to leave all the scores down in the description below so you can go back and read those and keep up with them during the games and maybe comment during the games and on my video, and we'll talk about the games and whatever your predictions are, and hell, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun weekend. As always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. I really appreciate it, though. And remember, right on, brother. Have a good weekend.